So maybe this isn't something I should be admitting on camera, but I can kind of see why Emily got involved in the activity that she did. Was that kind of intentional and important to get across, or am I just a bit of a bastard?
Sorry? We would never call you a bastard.
Never.
But what do you mean? Like, you
understand
why she
understanding why she... So, I mean, some of the decisions are quite,
extreme,
reprehensible, but you can kind of always kind of see why she does what she does. Like, well, I could.
I think that's what's so brilliant about the script is, you kind of, all the micro decisions that she makes and then lead to the bigger decisions, and, they all feel real, I think. So you kind of, you relate to her, so you understand where she's coming from. But
was it quite cathartic in some ways to play a character like this?
Yeah, it actually really was. I needed it at that time, too, because it's all about her kind of getting her power back and kind of being beaten down by the system, a broken system. And it felt cathartic, too, to kind of speak for other people, too, that are in that situation and say the things that you can't really say or people don't normally say, and she gets to say them. So, yeah.
What do you think is that there's something really appealing about sort of characters and sort of stories like this? I mean, you only look at sort of success like Breaking Bad, that kind of normal person thrust into the kind of criminal underworld. What do you think it is about that narrative that we just find so captivating as audiences?
Man, I think we all have desires that we're not able to act upon because society doesn't really allow it. So it's really satisfying to watch someone else acting upon those things so we can live vicariously through them. I think that just speaks to the fact that so many of us suffer from the same set of frustrations. And in this case, it's just about, not having enough money and having a lot of debt. So it's I don't know. For me, it was like wish fulfillment, writing it. So I hope that it's the same for people watching it.
Obviously, so where this does differ to many of those sort of other projects is that those roles often belong to men. How important is it to not just have women sort of leading films of this nature, but to have people, sort of women and men in roles like this, where they're not likeable necessarily? They are people that we can judge them and say their decisions are not always great.
Right. Hollywood has this issue with like likability. Executives for so long, producers for so long, of like, how can we make this person likable? And for me, I don't think human beings work like that. I think we like anyone who seems like a full human being. The minute that someone seems like a real and dimensional and rounded person, like a real person, we're going to empathize with them. But in terms of them doing things that we arbitrarily find likable, I don't know if that's really a thing, Like, I'm not going to like someone because they save a cat. I'm going to like them because they seem like a real person.
I might like someone if they save a cat. Though.
Okay, yeah. If they save a cat, yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah. But obviously it's a real great character study, so Aubrey, I don't want to make you blush, but John, it's a fantastic performance, central performance. How sort of pleased were you to have Aubrey play this role, and how impressed were you?
I was so pleased. I got so incredibly lucky that she wanted to do this, and then double lucky when she just like committed so hard and did such a wonderful job. It was incredible. It was just like, this massive weight off my shoulders that I didn't have to carry an actor through it, she just came so powerful and so prepared. It was the best. It was an absolute blessing. I think she ruined me. I think like I'll work in the future and be like, where's Aubrey,
It would be amiss of me to have one compliment the other without it being returned. So, Aubrey, what was it about this script that impressed you most? Because it felt like one of those sort of films. There was no filler. Every single scene, every moment had a purpose to the story. And so I'm gathering that must have come through as well when you read the script.
It was, we shot the script. Like, it's funny to say, but it's not, it doesn't always happen when you shoot independent films. Like, but the script is so good, and it's really undeniably good. Everyone that reads the script, they just see it. There's a momentum to the writing and an energy behind it, and it just barrels forward unapologetically, and it's just alive and it feels real. And so John's an incredible writer, so it was just, I could see the entire thing. Like, when I read it, I just knew this is going to be good. If we can shoot it like this, it'll be good.
Of course, you developed the film as well together. Aubrey, as a performer, how great is that element of kind of creative control to get involved in the kind of producing side? Do you really think it must be so great in terms of having, I don't know, sort of understanding and knowing sort of exactly what the finished product might be?
It's so fun for me and so fulfilling to get to be with a movie from the very beginning to the very end. I love it so much. That's what I love about producing, is just being involved in every step of the process. I went to film school and studied, directing and writing and stuff. And I've just always been in love with movies for as long as I can remember. So getting to have my opinion matter is the most fun.
Is it quite infectious? Does it make going back to films where you're not a producer quite hard in some ways now?
It kind of depends on the project. I think I've had moments where I can't turn that part of my brain off, and I want to tell I can be on a production and I'm not producing, and I want to tell everyone, like, you should probably do it this way or whatever, or do it like the way. But I think sometimes now that I've done it and I know how hard it is, sometimes it's actually a relief to not have to be a producer and just go, well, I'm just an actor on this, so I'm just going to say my lines and I don't have to worry about any of this shit. But so it really depends.
I thought this was such a great character. Well, I know obviously that Hollywood has this kind of habit of kind of bringing in sort of sometimes superfluous sequels and stuff like that, but it does feel like a character we could revisit again one day. Do you reckon there's any scope, any conversations about maybe meeting Emily again in the future?
I mean...
Emily the...
Yeah, what do you think?
Drug lord?
Oh, wow.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has it ever been done before in a good way? I want to know that. A sequel to an indie that actually was like, yes, they should have done this.
It's a great question.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
But another character I always wanted to see again was Ingrid. And I just got me thinking on the way here. Who do you reckon would win in a fight from Ingrid from Ingrid Goes West or Emily the Criminal?
Oh my God, I love that question.
Who would win in a fight?
I think Emily. I think Emily. Yeah, I don't know. But they both, they probably both like pepper spray each other to death or something.
There's your sequel.
Because I got to pepper spray in both of those movies, which is like becoming a thing for me. Which I didn't even.
That's true.
Yeah.
How did we not?
I didn't even think about it.
Yep.
Ingrid opens with me pepper spraying someone, and then I pepper spray someone. So that's like kind of my thing now.
You need a third pepper spray.
I need it. I just
you need closure.
Pepper spraying people.
Like
I'm really
Endgame.
Getting really good at
pepper
it.
spray Endgame.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Release of the movie. Cheers. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey